Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Lore Master Jasper. In this video, we're going to be breaking down Alpha Centauri, what they got right and what they got wrong about it in the Starfield video from the E3 that came out a couple years ago. Just getting kind of hyped for Starfield, so we're going to start breaking down some of the stuff they got right and wrong with it from their videos that they put out. So, starting with Alpha Centauri, what did they get right about it? Well, from this image, they got a lot wrong about it. This star would actually be Alpha Centauri A. The things we need to know about is that Alpha Centauri is composed of 3 stars, the star system itself. There's Alpha Centauri A, Alpha Centauri B, and Proxima Centauri. The reason I know this is Alpha Centauri A, you would think, is because of the planets, but that's not right. The planets actually orbit Proxima Centauri. So you're like, why is this Alpha Centauri A? And if we go to the other image that they put out alongside this video, right here, we can see that it's Alpha Centauri, it's the system. Spectral class, it's a G2 star. Proxima Centauri is not a G2 star. Proxima Centauri is a red dwarf, and we can bring this image up and we can kind of see this. Red dwarfs are a lot cooler in temperature, and they're kind of redder in light. A G2 class is kind of like our star. It's more yellowish, and we can see here temperature class is 5,790 degrees Kelvin, and that lines up in with the G range, so they did get that right. Catalog ID GL559A, that's just another way we can kind of like catalog stars and put it in a database. So they actually got that right too. That is Alpha Centauri's actual catalog for the star system. Its mass, this is how you know it's Alpha Centauri A for sure, is 1.1. That is 1.1 times the size of our sun. So it's just slightly bigger than our sun. Alpha Centauri B is slightly smaller. And then there's Proxima Centauri, which is really small because it's a red dwarf. So let's look at a comparable size, like just to try to give you a general idea of what it would look like. This would be like about the size of our sun. Alpha Centauri is a little bit bigger. And then there's Alpha Centauri B. It's a little bit smaller. And then there's Proxima Centauri. Again, Proxima Centauri is the one with the planets around it. So they got that wrong. Let's close that back out, and let's close our star scale out there. We see there's 4 planets. In real life, Alpha Centauri, we only know of 3 planets, and they all orbit Proxima Centauri. In, I believe, 2012 or 2013, somewhere along there, there was a theorized planet orbiting Alpha Centauri A, I believe, but it turns out they had to debunk that because they input bad data, so they can't confirm that there's actually a planet that orbits that. Some of the confirmed planets around Alpha Centauri, which they did get right, if we go back to the other image, is we know that Proxima Centauri has a large planet around it. It is either theorized as a super Earth or a gas giant. So in Starfield's depiction, they are depicting that as a gas giant, but they do, however, have an Earth-like planet. The other planets around Alpha Centauri are not in the habitable zone, I believe, or around Proxima Centauri, I should say, in real life. They're not in the habitable zone, so they're not going to support life. Only that large planet would if it's a super Earth planet. So they kind of got this star system. They kind of moved all the planets to another star. With Alpha Centauri, we have to also understand that there are 2 Alpha Centauri A and B kind of rotate around each other, whereas Proxima Centauri is actually about a quarter of a light year farther away from those 2 stars. So Alpha Centauri A and B would be right here in the center, and these 2 stars would circle each other, kind of like this. There would be a center point, which would be the center mass for the star system, and these 2 stars would spin around it like this, and then Proxima Centauri would spin around it like this, so kind of making like one of those Venn diagram maps, but that would be kind of its orbit path. So if you were to stand on an actual planet in real life on Alpha Centauri, this image I'm going to pull up now, I got from Forbes, so I'll link that in the description below, but this is kind of what it would look like. This is an artist depiction, so I'll link Forbes below to give it credit. But if we were to stand on a planet in the Alpha Centauri system, the planet would orbit Proxima Centauri, so this would be our main star that we're orbiting. And these 2 stars in the distance would be Alpha Centauri A and B. So, they got a lot right and they got a lot wrong. They kind of moved all the planets. We don't know about moons in real life because moons are really hard to detect. I don't even know if we've ever detected a moon, to be honest. So that's creative liberties just in general. We have an extra planet. It's the wrong star again. We're missing 2 stars. So maybe if they zoom out, we'll see them. But we should at least see Alpha Centauri B slightly around here somewhere. I could understand not showing Proxima Centauri because its orbit's quite far away from the main star system. But all 3 of these stars are still classified in the Alpha Centauri system. So, this is kind of what they got right. This is kind of what they got wrong about Alpha Centauri. Let me know what y'all thought about it in the comments below. Also, next Starfield video will be next week. I'm kind of debating on whether I want to go down like possible quest lines that they could do based off real world events and technology that we have today and know about. Or maybe just breaking down another star system, something like that. So let me know what you all want to see down below, and we'll catch you next time. Like and subscribe. See you next time.